I'm just kind of testing, like, once again, I was talking about the boominess of this actual room. And, but it won't change. I'm not going to change the idea of doing the live streams on the stationary, in the stationary studio. But this is not the stationary studio. So I'm just, I don't know. I tried to do a live stream out here probably like 5 months ago, and it was really boomy. But we'll see what happens. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And I just want to say that, the stream that we did earlier was actually quite fun. We got to learn a lot of things. Some of the things were kind of gross, but it was still no less, fairly informational. So I want to thank you guys again, everybody that was able to tune in, tap in on the stream from earlier. So occasionally you'll see me in the mornings, I'll do streams from right here. I was inverted the other morning. Shout out to AZ Infidel. It's like, what in the world's going on? But nothing was going on. I just decided to kind of bring you guys into the morning routine, for the lack of a better word. The morning routine is what I kind of brought you into. So, yeah, so you might, I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning, I don't know, I'll check out some liners. It's also my intent to do an actual, I'm going to call them drive times, but like I kind of like to start the morning off with a little something. I used to call it sunrise surprise. And so yeah, a sunrise surprise is always in order, especially to get the week started. Just shout out to everyone that's actually off tomorrow. If you're off and you're in the chat, please just give us a, give us a thumbs up if you're off tomorrow. But that's unfortunately not the case for everybody. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know if you didn't get in earlier today, check out bitelabs.org. You might have to go on to one of the as we say, like an underground kind of underground search engine. You might have to go underground search engine. Hi, Eric Chanel. It's been a long time. Yeah, well, I'm trying to come. I'm coming back. I'm trying to come back. That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to come back in a stationary setting. I've tried doing streams in this basement. It's so work on that. But yeah, earlier we did Just Eat. Check out those websites. Just Eat, Believer Meat, Upside. I think those were the two, and the other one was Mosa Meats. So if you didn't get a chance to join us for that, you can always, of course, you can check it out on your own. But it was a lot of fun earlier today. So, it's kind of to deep dive some of these. When we get to deep dive, we get to see the types of, dare I say, the types of energies behind. As I've gotten to a point where I'm kind of not so much dealing with people so much on just dealing with people from a physical standpoint, but it's helpful to kind of take a gander, kind of get some vibes for people's energy these days. And I think most of these people are of similar energy that we saw in these commercials. For one, bitelabs.org is on YouTube. I'm hoping I'm not going to receive a copyright strike for those, but they're on YouTube. Most of the time you get dinged for sharing. You get dinged for sharing the original person's content or information. They're still gonna ding you if you just do that. If you share the original information, you'll still get dinged. I remember that's why I was thinking this whole thing with Susan Wojcicki, or whatever her last name is, the former CEO. She dinged a lot of people for sharing. We were just sharing, at that point, we had a primary source, And it was either, it was from the CDC site or it was their VAERS report, but you would get dinged no matter what. They were still gonna ding you if you shared somebody else's information, even if you weren't passing it off on your own. So it's a matter of fact, that's probably something I need to challenge on. Anyway. Eric says frequency is a real thing. You can feel it when it's, I mean, I'm starting to, yeah, I'm learning. You know, it's something that I wish I had known before. It's something I wish I had experience with before. But now, from now on, I will not, like, don't just look at the profile. Don't just look at my profile. You know, what kind of, I don't know, if you guys had to put a comment in here right now, what kind of energy vibes do you get from Black Spring? You know, Black Spring wants to know. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll put some kind of poll or something like that up there so that you guys can, you know, you can share that, or feel free to share that. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm on about. But yeah, as for energy, I was talking about those particular sites. The lab grown meat is what the globalists are pushing. And of course, it's official now. It's more official, which we've been on this for probably 2 years. But many of these companies that I listed, they're supported by the WEF, okay? Yeah, they're supported by WEF. I'm not sure who else is endorsing them, but I do know not only do you have the celebrities, but you're probably gonna have, they've got venture capitalists ready to back them and get these things onto the shelves. So I should be careful out there, I guess, because you don't want to pick up something that's packaged like your regular protein source, and in fact, it's just a knockoff. You know, it's just a knockoff. Because, like, say for instance, what is that, Beyond Meat? I mean, I used to be a person that enjoyed beef jerky on some level, but when you see the package and it's all green and it says Beyond Meat, like, what exactly is that? You know, I've had turkey jerky before. I've had regular beef jerky. I don't know. Somebody give us some ideas on who. Is there anybody on the channel or a subscriber that knows how to? What is it? Do you need a hydrator? Is that a thing? A hydrator. If I got a hydrator, could I make my own whatever jerky? Whether it was a turkey. I happen to like turkey. You get to dehydrate everything. Don't you see bugs? I'm tracking 100%. I won't do it. And I'll remember you said not to do it, Eric. But yeah, but we definitely need some alternative sources. I mean, what was it? Shout out to Samoan Watchman. He was saying that the 7-Eleven is carrying freeze-dried bugs next to cookies. So Samoan Watchman, if you're out there, the next time you're near freeze-dried bugs next to the cookies in the 7-Eleven, please share that with us. Please go ahead and share those freeze-dried bugs next to the cookies in the 7-Eleven. I mean, I don't know. Are they saying that they're crickets? Are they claiming that they're chocolate-covered crickets? What are they trying to pass these bugs off as? I'm just saying. It's a dehydrator, and you can use your ovens if you watch it close. Very nice. Thank you so much. As I'm looking for some other gadgets or whatnot, some other ways to, to make some healthier snacks. Stay away from that vending machine, whether you're in corporate America or if you're working a graveyard shift, or if you're working, if you're manufacturing, whatever your line of work is, whether it's blue collar, white collar, you might need to stay out of those machines, because I would imagine those machines are going to starve a lot of people out too. Eventually, you're going to get those freeze-dried bugs in the vending machine. I don't know. I will say there's certain parts of the country that they're going to have a hard time getting the vendors to participate in that. I will say in the South, now you might have somebody that might want to bring them along. They might want to bring them along on a fishing trip, but you think somebody in the South is actually going to they're going to put some freeze-dried bugs next to their chicken at the Junior Mart? Trust me, it won't happen, because they know they'll run everybody out of there. Everybody will run out of there and they will not come back. They're like, listen, I cannot be a part of this. You start serving chicken far away from any type of rodent. And they'll just say roaches. We don't want our chicken parked next to freeze-dried roaches. They'll just give it to you straight. Eric says exoskeleton is the thing. We can't digest it. Cancer and stuff is the result. Wow, Eric should know. You're making me curious about, say for instance, if you guys ever want to send me a message about what your guys is, like, do you guys have specialties? Do you have hobbies? Or we've had some people that have disclosed their actual professions with us before on Black Spring. And I'm not saying you guys have to do that, but some people actually have, we need an entire network of people that they're knowledgeable. And then if they have a background in something, something that could be life-saving or something that could teach us some alternatives, we need that. We need that around here. So I welcome that. And I thank you guys so much for coming in earlier. I don't really have anything this evening, but I guess we'll see what comes up this week. Is tomorrow President's Day? Can somebody give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if I'm right on that? I only see one person in the chat, and it happens to be Eric. So Eric, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Are we going to get a bunch of symbolic? Are we going to be inundated with symbolism? And with everything that's going on, I'm just saying. I'm just asking. And once again, I was saying before, if you guys are off, or those of you that are off tomorrow, let us know. But I'll probably be back in here like pretty early tomorrow. And if I come up with anything, even within the next couple of hours, I'll let you know. But I don't have anything. I'm still working on some infomercials, revamping those for you guys. And trying to figure out what kind of schedule I want to put together for doing regular streams. If I want to do maybe a Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday. I haven't quite made up my mind about. I've talked about videos. I've stumbled onto some videos. I was talking about going down memory lane, and I'm telling you, like, back even when I was doing videos, I actually enjoyed those videos. Was I focusing on perfect stuff? No, I wasn't. Being like perfect in the editing. No, I was more concerned about the content, and because I would do several takes at times, and then I'd go back rather than do a whole bunch of editing. I just do the whole thing over again and just do it. I wouldn't keep it if I wasn't satisfied with it. So, we'll see. But as always, I'm always thankful for you guys, and for those of you that have been around all this time to either see me slow down or pick back up. I really appreciate you guys for all of that. And like I said, I've been here, but I will say I do notice after doing a 2-hour stream earlier today that we only racked up a whopping 5 likes. Now I'm just saying, because we had some people over on Twitch, some people that came over that were over on Twitch watching. I don't think they can contribute to those analytics, but I do know that people that were on the channel, at one point we got up to 9 people watching the stream, the unfiltered, the unscreened, people. There were 9 people that were watching at one time, and there might have been 1 that was on Twitch, and the other 8, because I'm able to see how many are on Twitch and how many are watching on YouTube. So I think at one point there were total of 9. We never got up to 10, but that's pretty remarkable. Hi, Anarchy Television, how are you? So yeah, I'm just checking back in after our stream earlier today. And I want to thank Zero the Infinite for coming on, as well as Marcy T. Thank you guys for coming on. I guess maybe we should just do some hangout streams, because to me it feels a little different. It feels a little different now. It's a different vibrations. Because dare I say, you know, I didn't, you know, I wouldn't really go into something that, you know, that a discussion that talked about vibrations, but when you know, low vibrations versus high vibrations, there's definitely a difference. So, but I think we've got some pretty high vibrating people that hang out on the channel. And sometimes that's what we need to, sometimes we talk about watering each other's gardens, and, we talk about watering each other's gardens, and to me, it's easier to do that when we're dealing with people that are vibrating on a higher, you know, frequency. But I think, you know, I think we kind of eliminated some of the low vibrational stuff a long time ago, or some of those channels I think ultimately died off, you know, and now you guys are stuck with me. So I appreciate it once again to see we have Anarchy Television in the house. Anarchy, when are you coming back on? I've missed your channel. Like I really admire the global connection that you had. I mean, you had a lot of interesting guests. Eric says, I don't get notifications. Okay, what you can do is, I was told in the past, I don't know if this is still the same. Hello, Melinda. That you can unsubscribe Eric and then resubscribe. Hit the unsubscribe button and then resubscribe, and then make sure that you have all of your notifications. Well, so, yeah, she is gone, but I don't know, who is it, Neil Mohan? I'm not sure. I think he's probably going to have more of an interim kind of an impact, which is, you know, she said she was basically going to be hanging around as the transition, you know, until they get the transition done, you know. Like I told you guys earlier, my instinct says that she's not going away completely. I think once you're in that realm, you know, once you're that kind of influential, that kind of elite, you are not going to be, you're not going to be let off the hook that easily. Okay, so she says, of course, she's leaving for family and special projects. You know, she's going to redo whatever with her time. But I mean, we're talking about somebody that was a part of Google before Google got to where they are. So, you know, we're talking a lot of back scratching going on here. A lot of back scratching going on, and it's not going away. But I don't expect anything less from this Mohan guy. You know, the biggest, the centerpiece to me, they talked about DT. Now they're more concerned whether DT is going to be brought back into, whether he's going to be reinstated, so to speak, on said platforms, on YouTube and some of these other platforms. So I have no idea. Hello, Dean Lelis from the Philippines. Yeah, thank you, Pope. Thank you. But yeah, that's Zero's here. Hi, let's see who's all in the stream. I really appreciate it. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming on. There's so much, Anarchy says, there's so much stuff that is going to affect us all, but I have no control over, so I'm trying to concentrate on the things I can control. I gotcha. But see, the thing is, you guys, I'm not showing my face when I'm doing when I'm in studio right now, because the space that I'm in is like not even, you know, it's not, to me, it's blasting with light too. So yeah, so that's why I just kind of do a little bit of this, so you guys can every now and then see my face and see that I'm not a bot, you know. It's still me. Let's see. Who else is here? Melinda says, quote, family, end quote, is the excuse that always used when any of these people leave. Yeah, but we had, what did you have, a swath of people that stepped down. We had a swath of people already that stepped down. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm not, whatever they want to say. But we'll just keep doing what we do. Zero, you're most generous. I'm trying to get it together. I'm doing some pigtails here. It's like I'm trying to get my hair together. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get it back together because it was got a little bit more cut off last time than I wanted to, but we're on our way back. So I'm telling you, I've really struggled with that because some people are all about social media. You have Instagram stylists and Insta whatever, Insta cutters, you got that kind of stuff going on. And so I'm just trying to get back to, me. But, you guys have been around. I appreciate you guys for staying around. So, but this occasionally I will show my face in this space until I get that stationary studio all set up. So yeah, appreciate it. So look at you guys. You guys have got this thing up to, we got a whopping 7 likes here. Anarchy says, so what's really on my mind? I don't know, Anarchy. It just seems like we're not really, I'm just saying we're not really getting anywhere. We've definitely shifted from 2020, for the lack of a better, a better assertion. We're not in the same place. I just think that since 2020, I've said this before, people are definitely much more robotic. The youth is much more robotic. It's hard to break. People are addicted to these devices. They are. I do have a question, and I have resisted this. If there's somebody, put a 1 in the chat if you have an iPhone 13 or 14. The 14 is the one I've talked about. I told you guys earlier in the fall that they had the crash detection on it. Okay, they have the i14, i14 Pro. If you have any of these phones, and then networks are really crappy. The major ones are. I've heard about people going to Straight Talk. Put a 2 in the chat if you're on Straight Talk, or what are you guys using for your your service providers right now? Yeah, what's our backup communication? What's our defense for backup for communication, guys? I'm just saying, I'm just saying communication. I mean, at some point we may not be able to do this based on, power grids and, thank you, Anarchy Television. Let me know about how that service is. But yeah, I don't know, is TDOA or Freedom's March anywhere near? Because once upon a time, he was talking about a different type of phone that could be used. Because I'm just saying, just say for instance, if the communication gets squelched, or, people start losing their communication capabilities, what are we going to use? What if this goes away? Or what if this goes away for an extended period of time? Or what if your cell phone device goes away? What are you going to use? Yeah, that's my question is. That's my real question is what, prepper advice, I'm not just concerned about these headlines and these crazy things that are happening to other people. It's we need some solutions. I want to be more solution driven. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Eric says 2 and all of them spy on us. Yes, here and to that point, I'm starting to get on my calendar. I don't have a phone that's that current, okay? My calendar sends me invitations from Le Chinois. I'm getting Le Chinois calendar updates, and it's all in Mandarin coming into my phone on a regular basis. What does that tell you? Just saying. Just saying. I mean, yeah, I don't know what that means. Is anybody else getting the Xinhua or Chinese calendar updates, calendar invites on your iPhone? I mean, is that the norm? I mean, or are we that desensitized? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Just asking. Is anybody else getting it? Let me see. Anarchy is here. Anarchy's coming in hot with the info. He says, "Are you asking what do we use to communicate? This cell phones go down or just get too expensive or invasive?" Well, the go down is yeah, kind of the center of it. He says, "I'm still searching for the MAD scientist to rebuild my television transceiver plug and play." And Eric says, "HAM radio." Yeah, I don't know if there's a CB. Is there a CB radio, a CB phone? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just saying things are getting real, beyond wonky out here. And, unfortunately, if it comes to your neck of the woods, are you going to be able to come on and share something like that? You may not be. Yeah, well, you know what Schwab Claus said about that we pay insufficient attention to, the cyber attack, but then also, these other nations, they know the vulnerabilities in the power grid. And I've talked about this before, that, allegedly Congress made provisions to improve it, but what have they done? I mean, it's just, and this is why I can't be, like when people wanted to coin me as a, I don't know what they wanted to give me. I never had a conservative moniker on my, I never had a conservative moniker on my channel, before. I never did. So, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just really hard for me because I'm telling you guys, I think the rest of the year is just going to be, we're just be inundated with a whole bunch of, campaign 2024 stuff is what I think is going to be on the, that's what's going to happen. I mean, what did they say? Yours truly has been declared fit to do his own campaign for 2024. I'm just saying, just saying, that's what I've heard. So that's all we're going to get. And then what is it? Was it Nikki Haley? She's chiming in on the TRUMP, and just thinking that's all we're about to get is just ultra blasted with 2024 promises. I mean, you guys ready for that? I mean, it'll be theater, it'll be it'll be entertaining. So, that's about as much of it as I want to cover. That's about as much as I want to cover as, some of these debates or whatnot. Take care, Eric. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Let's see. But yeah, I'm not going to keep you guys too much long because I've already gone a whole almost 30 minutes. Almost gone 30 minutes. So let's see. Anarchy Television says it's pretty expensive to create a YouTube type platform, but it can be done. Yeah, so like I said, just for ideas or whatnot, all of our comm is pretty much, tagged, it's tagged. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys so much for coming on, and thank you guys all who had the patience to sit through the deep dive on the venture capitalist Just Eat, the Side Up, Believer Meats, Is that even the right one? Believer, is it Believer Meats? Yeah, is that, yeah, I think that was the one. But we had about 3 Mosa meats, and then we had finless something like, so be careful with the cell-based on the packaging. Like, you don't want a cell-based, I don't want cell-based fish. I don't want cell-based meat. I don't want these things. So you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm taking you guys back in time. You're like, please don't take us back. So have a great rest of your Sunday. And then also, if you're off tomorrow, enjoy that. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll pop in. We'll see what happens. But, it's going to be kind of loaded. Tomorrow will be kind of loaded on some level. So yeah, leave us some comments. Derek C. Williams, if you're out there, yeah, let us know. Yeah, if you guys want to share anything, also send me the email. I'm still at blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. So yeah, at gmail.com. All right, guys, so I think let me just make sure I said hello to everybody in there. I had somebody from the Philippines. Eric was the first one in. I haven't seen him in a long time. It's good to see you. Anarchy Television. Melinda was here earlier. Melinda is always here. Thank you so much for your support, Melinda. Zero the Infinite. I appreciate you. Anarchy Television. Ding Lelis. And yeah, I hope they have some information on the new channel as well. Simply a Sweetheart's here. Wow, that's been a long time. That's been a long time. See, this is the kind of, when I see people that come in from a long time ago or that I haven't seen in a while, it's like, okay, yeah, so this brings back memories. And yeah, there were some good times. We had some good streams. So hopefully we'll have some people ready to go down through it with us for this election season, even if we just do some debates or something like that. Just watch the debates and do our own commentary or whatnot afterwards. That's worth its weight in gold. I mean, because I have a friend of mine that says, sometimes we have to laugh to hold back the tears. So if we're not holding back tears, we can maybe laugh a little bit more freely. So you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and if you're off tomorrow, enjoy it. If I get a chance, I will pop back in. But I just thought here again, I'm showing my face from behind the screen, and I'm working on that stationary studio. All right, guys, take care.